Breaks. We're now moving on to break 3743. It's team by number 3 of Series 1 on release night. Our final Series 1 case here this evening. So I'll run through the team assignments, then we'll get breaking. Good luck and enjoy, everybody. So Anaheim is Chris Canuck, the Golden Boy with Arizona, Bruins 37 Boston, Matitude Buffalo, Sherdabua Calgary, J-Rod 65 Carolina, 1-8 Chicago, Stealing Your Thunder Colorado, Ben 19 Columbus, Dallas 77 Dallas, TAJK 15 Detroit, Trungley 88 the Oilers, Jags 16 Florida, George Zenos LA, Sherdabua Minnesota, Murph 76 Montreal, King QC Nashville, Matty V the Devils, Agraz with the Islanders, King QC the Rangers, Fat 6899 Ottawa, Ken Hop Philadelphia, Pens fan the Penguins, Linda Scout the Sharks, George Zenos the Blues and the Lightning, JL 7375 Toronto, Serge Paulin Vancouver, Alan Taylor 1981 the Capitals, Faker the Jets, and Papa Giorgio with the Las Vegas Golden Knights. You got Buffalo, Matitude. So here we go, guys. Good luck. Matty V has New Jersey. M-A-T-T-Y-V has New Jersey. All right, box number 1, break 3743. All right, here we go. Pack number 1, guys. Good luck and enjoy. For San Jose, Brett Burns, Centennial Standouts. Exclusive out of 100 for Chicago of Brent Seabrook. Jean Beliveau, Centennial Standouts for Montreal. Max Pacioretty, Shining Star from Montreal. Vincent Trocheck, Portrait for Florida. Ivan Barbashev, Young Gun for the Blues. Brian Rust canvas for Pittsburgh. Yanni Kukkonen, Young Gun for Carolina. Austin Matthews, Centennial Standouts for Toronto. Lumineers and Archive Signature Postseason. Sam Bennett, Upper Deck Game jersey for Calgary. Couldn't tell you right now, Rodney. In the middle of a long break here. Portrait Rasmus Ristolainen for Buffalo. Alex Tuck, Young Gun for the Vegas Golden Knights. Canvas Andrei Vasilevsky for Tampa Bay. Henrik Zetterberg, Shining Star for Detroit. Young Gun Rasmus Anderson for Calgary. Josh Ho-Sang portrait for the Islanders. Michael Granlund, Shining Star for Minnesota. Sidney Crosby canvas for the Pittsburgh Penguins. We got our first Young Gun checklist. Nico Hischier, Brock Besser, New Jersey, Vancouver random. Mark Messier, Centennial standouts for Edmonton. Tyler Seguin, Shining Star for Dallas. Mike Hoffman, portrait for Ottawa. Centennial standout to Roberto Luongo for Florida. Canvas for Colorado, Nathan McKinnon. Final pack box number 1. Alexander Nylander, Young Gun for the Buffalo Sabres. All right, box number 2. We got the SP1 Hischier in the first break, King. Probably the toughest, one of the toughest hits to get. Canvas for Montreal, Carey Price. Anders Bjork, Young Gun for Boston. Wayne Gretzky, Centennial standouts for Edmonton. Austin Matthews, Shining Star for Toronto. Vladimir Tarasenko, portrait for the Blues. Travis Sanheim, Young Gun for Philly. Jack Roslovich, Young Gun for the Jets. Very nice for the Boston Bruins. Clear-cut superstar, David Pasternak. There you go, Bruins 37, congrats. Centennial standouts, Mike Bossy for the Islanders. Upper Deck game jersey for Minnesota, Eric Stahl. Ryan Getzlaf, portrait for the Ducks. Hayden Fleury, Young Gun for Carolina. Nice Young Gun canvas for LA, Adrian Kempe. Canvas for Edmonton, Pat Maroon. Michael Granlund, Shining Star Red for Minnesota. Yari Curry, Centennial standout for Edmonton. Christian Fisher, Young Gun for Arizona. Devin Dubnyk portrait for Minnesota. Carey Price Shining Star for Montreal. Canvas for Washington, Matt Niskanen. Brad Marchand Shining Star for Boston. Carey Price Centennial Standout for Montreal. Evgeny Svechnikov Young Gun for Detroit. Jakub Voracek portrait for Philly. Final pack, box number 2, break 3743. And it's Patrick Laine, Centennial Standout for the Jets. All right, moving on to box 3. And grab your teams, guys, in the 13-box mixer or spots in the baseball double-up. Both of them are very close. Braden Holtby, Centennial Standout for Washington. Victor Arvidsson, Shining Star for Nashville. Mikko Rantanen, portrait for the Avalanche. Josh Ho-Sang, Young Gun for the Islanders. For Buffalo, canvas Jack Eichel. Craig Anderson, Shining Star Red for Ottawa. Wayne Gretzky, Centennial Standouts for the Rangers. Sven Berchi for Vancouver. Clear cut. Or, yeah, clear cut. Clear cut Berchi. Matthew Tkachuk, portrait for Calgary. Tage Thompson, Young Gun for the Blues. Canvas, Jakob Markstrom for Vancouver. Nicholas Backstrom, Shining Star for the Capitals. Patrick Waugh, Centennial Standouts for Montreal. C.J. Smith, Young Gun for Buffalo. Hampus Lindholm, portrait for the Ducks. Connor McDavid, Shining Star for Edmonton. Canvas, Mikko Rantanen for the Avalanche. Adrian Kempe, Young Gun for LA. Centennial Standouts, Larry Robinson from Montreal. Tyson Jost, Young Gun for the Avalanche. Connor McDavid, Portrait for Edmonton. Phil Esposito, Centennial Standouts for Boston. Canvas for the Blues, Colton Parayko. Final pack box number 3. Vladislav Kamenev, Young Gun for Nashville. Alright, box number 4. Canvas, Jason Demers for Florida. Shining Star Red for Columbus, Sergei Bobrovsky. Centennial Standouts, Patrice Bergeron for Boston. Mark Scheifele, Shining Stars for Winnipeg. Sidney Crosby, Portrait for Pittsburgh. Jake DeBrusk, Young Gun for Boston. We've got the Young Gun Canvas checklist. Clayton Keller, Arizona. Charlie McAvoy, Boston. We'll random that one at the end. Henrik Zetterberg, Shining Star for Detroit. Bobby Orr, Centennial Standouts for Boston. Upper Deck game jersey for the Islanders, Andrew Ladd. Sebastian Aho, Portrait for Carolina. Victor Mete, Young Gun for Montreal. Braden Holtby, Shining Star for the Capitals. Jake McCabe, Canvas for Buffalo. Johnny Brodzinski, Young Gun for LA. Duncan Keith, Centennial Standouts for Chicago. Vince Dunn, Young Gun for the Blues. Nicholas Backstrom, Portrait for the Capitals. Connor McDavid, Centennial Standouts for Edmonton. Upper Deck Canvas, Oliver Ekman-Larsson for the Coyotes. Gabriel Carlson, Young Gun for Columbus. Jaromir Jagr, Centennial Standouts for Pittsburgh. Young Gun, Jakob Forsbacka, Carlson for Boston. And we got a patch for the Buffalo Sabres, the last team to go. Upper Deck game patch, Rasmus Ristolainen, numbered 5/15. Nice hit for Buffalo. Final pack, box number 4. And it's Jonathan Huberdeau, portrait for Florida. I'm just going to clean some base up here, guys. Then we'll move on to box number 5. All right, here we go with box number 5, break 3743. For Columbus, young gun Pierre-Luc Dubois. Canvas, Jared Spurgeon for Minnesota. Nikolai Ehlers, Shining Star Red for the Jets. Balial, Centennial Standouts for Chicago. Johnny Gaudreau, Shining Star for Calgary. PK Subban, portrait for Nashville. Canvas for New Jersey, Andy Green. Exclusive out of 100 for the Blues, Alex Pietrangelo. Alex Wenberg, Shining Star for Columbus. Sil App, Centennial Standouts for Toronto. Jake Musin, Upper Deck game jersey for LA. Dougie Hamilton, portrait for the Flames. Logan Brown, young gun for Ottawa. Ryan Johansson, Shining Star for Nashville. Joel Ward, canvas for the Sharks. Jake Dotchin, young gun for Tampa Bay. Tarasenko, Centennial Standouts for the Blues. Cal Rosen, young gun for Toronto. Gustav Nyquist, portrait for Detroit. Canvas for Minnesota, Jason Zucker. Marcus Sorensen, young gun for San Jose. Nice for the Winnipeg Jets, signature sensation, Nikolai Ehlers. Nice hit for Winnipeg. Centennial standouts, Mike Modano for Dallas. Nicholas Cordelis, young gun for the Ducks. Tyson Jost portrait for the Avalanche. Final pack, box number 5. Martin Brodeur, Centennial standouts for New Jersey. Alright, moving on to box 6, break 3743. Canvas for Boston, Torrey Krug. Tyler Seguin, Shining Star Red for Dallas. Chris Chelios, Centennial standouts for Montreal. Jeff Carter, Shining Star for LA. Austin Matthews, portrait for the Leafs. Riley Barber, young gun for the Capitals. Nice young gun canvas for Carolina, Hayden Fleury. Alex Ovechkin, Shining Star for the Capitals. Mario Lemieux, Centennial standout for Pittsburgh. The Ottawa Senators, Derek Brassard, clear cut. Nazem Kadri, portrait for the Leafs. Andres Borgman, young gun for Toronto. Alex Goligoski, canvas for Arizona. Lucas Wallmark, young gun for Carolina. Zdeno Chara, Centennial standout for Boston. Philip Chittle, young gun for the Rangers. Jeff Carter, portrait for LA. John Gibson, Shining Star for the Ducks. Philip Forsberg, canvas for Nashville. Charlie McAvoy, young gun for the Boston Bruins. Bobby Orr, Centennial standout for Boston. Young gun Nico Hischier, young gun for the Devils. Jaden Schwartz, portrait for the Blues. Final pack, box number 6. And it is another Bobby Orr, Centennial standout for Boston. All right, box number 7. Grab those teams and spots, guys. The other 2 breaks tonight. Both into single digits. Jerome McGinley. Centennial standouts for Calgary. Frank Mahovlich, Centennial standout for Toronto. Jake Dotchin, Young Gun for Tampa Bay. I believe this is the Centennial standout variation of Joe Sakic. Centennial standout variation Joe Sakic, Colorado. David Krejci, portrait for Boston. Mike Gardner, Centennial standout for the Capitals. Austin Matthews, canvas for Toronto. Dougie Gilmour, Centennial standouts for Toronto. Yeah, every single box that we've opened that has had Hischier, Hischier has also had McAvoy. Michael Granlund, Shining Star for Minnesota. Stan Mikita, Centennial standout for the Blackhawks. Frederik Andersen, Upper Deck game jersey for Toronto. Marc-Edouard Vlasic, portrait for the Sharks. Andreas Borgman, Young Gun for Toronto. Ooh, another Young Gun of Charlie McAvoy. Back-to-back, 2 McAvoys in this case. Will there be another Hischier coming up? Sergei Bobrovsky, portrait for Columbus. Craig Anderson, Shining Star for Ottawa. Mikko Koivu, canvas for Minnesota. Riley Barber, Young Gun for the Capitals. Cal Rosen, Young Gun for Toronto. Nice Young Gun canvas, Nikita Sherbak for Montreal. Henrik Zetterberg, Shining Star for Detroit. Jakub Slavin, portrait for Carolina. There it is, Young Gun, Nico Hischier for New Jersey. 2 in this case. Canvas, Paul Byron from Montreal. Final pack, box number 7. Connor McDavid, Shining Star Red for Edmonton. All right, box number 8. Steve Yzerman, Centennial standout for Detroit. Gabriel Carlson, Young Gun for Columbus. Sidney Crosby, Centennial standout for the Penguins. Ryan Johansson, Shining Star for Nashville. It's looking good this year, Marner. Brock Besser, portrait for Vancouver. Jakob Forsbacka Carlson, Young Gun for Boston. Bill Barilko, Centennial standouts for Toronto. I think that might be the name. Alex Kerfoot, Young Gun for Colorado. Patrick Laine, portrait for the Jets. For the Rangers, Mark Messier, Centennial standouts. Ooh, very nice for Detroit. Here you go, TAJK. Young Gun, clear cut, Evgeny Svechnikov. Nice hit. Evgeny Malkin, portrait for the Penguins. Canvas for Tampa Bay, Braden Point. Nicholas Backstrom, Shining Star Red for the Capitals. Thanks, Cock fan. So 8 to go, guys, in that break. Brad Marchand, portrait for Boston. Frederick Anderson, Shining Star for Toronto. Franz Nielsen, canvas for Detroit. Jake DeBrusk, Young Gun for Boston. Max Domi, exclusive out of 100 for the Coyotes. Ian McCoshen, Young Gun for Florida. Very nice for Chicago, Young Gun canvas, Alex DeBrincat. Taylor Hall, Shining Star for the Devils. Pierre Pilote, Centennial standouts for Chicago. Sebastian Aho, canvas for Carolina. Love that card. Beautiful. Final pack, box number 8. Victor Mete, Young Gun from Montreal. Alright, just going to move some base, guys, and we'll move on to box number 9. Break 3743. Chicago's been doing well in all the breaks tonight. Socrates. Been a lot of DeBrinkets. All right, here we go with box number 9, break 3743. For San Jose, young gun Marcus Sorensen. For San Jose, Centennial standout Joe Thornton. Johnny Brodzinski, young gun for LA. Patrick Kane, portrait for Chicago. Henrik Sedin, Centennial standouts for Vancouver. Canvas for Ottawa, Alexander Burrows. Centennial standouts, Eric Carlson for Ottawa. Nikolai Ehlers, shining star for the Jets. Thanks, Ridge Roller. Centennial standout, Martin Brodeur for the Devils. Bronze Nielsen Upper Deck game jersey for Detroit. Max Pacioretty, portrait for Montreal. Vince Dunn, young gun for the Blues. Grant Fuhr, Centennial standouts for the Oilers. Logan Brown, young gun for Ottawa. Shea Weber, portrait for Montreal. Tyler Seguin, shining star for Dallas. Alex Pietrangelo, canvas for the Blues. Pierre-Luc Dubois, young gun for Columbus. Jakob Slavin, canvas for Carolina. Jeff Carter, shining star for LA. Brett Burns, portrait for San Jose. Nicholas Cordelis, young gun for the Ducks. Sergei Bobrovsky, canvas for Columbus. Final pack, box number 9. Alex Ovechkin, shining star for the Capitals. All right, moving on to box 10. Dennis Gurianov, Young Gun for Dallas. Ryan Hartman, canvas for Chicago. Austin Matthews, Shining Star Red for Toronto. Eddie Shore, Centennial Standouts for Boston. Sidney Crosby, Shining Star for Pittsburgh. JT Miller, portrait for the Rangers. Eric Stahl, portrait for Minnesota. Will Butcher, Young Gun for the Devils. There we go. Nice hit for Boston. What a break for the Boston Bruins. Young Gun canvas of Charlie McAvoy. 2 Young Gun McAvoys and the canvas Young Gun McAvoy in one break. James Van Riemsdyk, Shining Star for Toronto. Centennial Standouts, Connor McDavid for Edmonton. Upper Deck game jersey for the Rangers, Mika Zibanejad. Canvas Jake Gardiner for Toronto. Brock Besser, Young Gun for the Canucks. Nicholas Backstrom, Centennial Standouts for the Capitals. Samuel Morey, Young Gun for Philly. Jonathan Toews, portrait for Chicago. Sergei Bobrovsky, Shining Star for Columbus. Alex Fermenton, Young Gun for Ottawa. Clayton Keller, portrait for the Coyotes. Nice, out of 100 Young Gun exclusives going to the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's Andreas Borgman. Lidstrom, Centennial Standout for Detroit. Canvas, Elias Lindholm for Carolina. Robert Hagg, Young Gun for Philly. Final pack box number 10, break 3743. Dominic Hasek, Centennial Standouts for Buffalo. All right, moving on to box number 11. Canvas for Columbus, Zach Werenski. Dickie Moore, Centennial standout for Montreal. Centennial standout, Pavel Bure for the Canucks. Alex DeBrincat, Young Gun for Chicago. Ryan McDonough, portrait for the Rangers. Jonathan Quick, Centennial standouts for LA. Drew Doughty, Centennial standouts for LA. Jeff Skinner, Shining Star for Carolina. Patrick Waugh, Centennial standouts for the Avalanche. Logan Couture, Upper Deck game jersey for the Sharks. Eric Carlson, portrait for Ottawa. Nathan Walker, Young Gun for the Capitals. Carter Rowney, Young Gun for Pittsburgh. Ooh, nice hit for Toronto. Clear-cut honored members, Red Horner. Numbered 44 out of 100. Nice hit for the Leafs. John Hayden, Young Gun for Chicago. Leon Draisaitl, portrait for the Oilers. Alex Wenberg, Shining Star for Columbus. Matthew Perreault, canvas for the Jets. Taylor Yamamoto, Young Gun for the Oilers. Canvas Mike Hoffman for Ottawa. Shifley, Shining Star for the Jets. Taylor Hall, portrait for the Devils. John Gillies, Shining Star, Young Gun for Calgary. Canvas of Mike Green for Detroit. Final pack box number 11. Not a single one, King. Johnny Gaudreau, Shining Star for Calgary. 12th and final box, guys. Break 3743. And we'll move on to the 13-box mixer and the baseball double up after this break. So grab your spots. Every team you get in that 13-box mixer gets you an overtime pack. Evander Kane, canvas for Buffalo. Ivan Barbashev, Young Gun for the Blues. Evgeny Malkin, Centennial standouts for Pittsburgh. Lucas Wallmark, Young Gun for Carolina. Josh Bailey, portrait for the Islanders. John Tavares, Centennial standouts for the Islanders. Johnny Gaudreau, Shining Star for Calgary. Guy Lafleur, Centennial standouts for Montreal. Max Domi, clear cut for the Coyotes. Alex Nylander, portrait for Buffalo. Philip Chittle, Young Gun for the Rangers. Tyler Seguin, canvas for Dallas. Nicholas Backstrom, Shining Star for the Capitals. Canvas Taylor Hall for the Devils. Alex Tuck, Young Gun for Vegas. Centennial standouts, Jamie Benn for Dallas. Alexander Nylander, Young Gun for Buffalo. Max Domi, portrait for Arizona. Centennial standouts for Chicago, Marian Hossa. Exclusive out of 100, Pekka Rinne for Nashville. Vegas is a team, Sean. Austin Matthews, Shining Star for Toronto. Daniel Sedin, portrait for Vancouver. No worries. Yanni Kukkonen, Young Gun for Carolina. Chris Letang, canvas for the Penguins. Final pack, guys. Break 3743, team by number 3 on release day of Series 1. Shining Star Pekka Rinne for Nashville. And there you have it, guys. So we do have 2 randoms, so bear with me as I set those up. In the meantime, check out the 13-box mixer and the baseball double up. Have a good one, Sean. We'll see you on the weekend. 2 randoms. Arizona, Boston. Arizona, Boston. And New Jersey and Vancouver. All right, 2 randoms, guys. New Jersey and Vancouver. The checklist, Young Gun checklist. Heischer and Besser. 4 times. Top one will receive the card. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to New Jersey. And the Young Gun Canvas checklist. Arizona, Boston. Clayton Keller. Charlie McAvoy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to Boston. And that, guys, will officially put a wrap on break 3743. That was team by number 3 of Series 1. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks, guys.